Good morning. Now the image has come. Good morning, bachon. And very good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Teju, Shruti, Vashisht, Anu, Manisha, Swati, K, Noel, Sharanya, Monish, Ramarao, Jhanvi, Bhavya, good morning. Keshava, good morning. Sahiti, good morning. Nikita, good morning. Blessy, good morning. Mahesh, good morning. Muhammad Naveed, good morning. Mohan Rao, good morning. Akash Pandu, good morning. Avinash, good morning. Vaishnavi, good morning. Sai Shri Silsha, good morning. Sharanya, happy morning. Blessy, voice not audible. I'll check with my machine. Sajid, good morning. King, Louis King, good morning. Good morning. Mithili, good morning. Kavita, good morning. Sneha, good morning. Manish, good morning. Preeti, good morning. Shri Devi, good morning. Divya, good morning. Naga Harika, good morning. Shravanti, good morning. Time for revision. Uncle, time for revision. We'll start the revision after the uh, after the 14th क्या होता है वो 14 January Makar Sankranti. After Makar Sankranti, we'll start the first revision. So that's the time of revision. Very good morning, Mahesh Surya. Good morning. Mahesh Chaudhary, good morning. And everyone, good morning. Love you all, bacho. And now tell me, you had a test yesterday or today? Test ninna or iroj? Test कब हुआ बेटा? Test yesterday. Today, okay, today test. Timing, I think evening. Today evening timing now. Today evening timing, all the best. All the best. I think all of you can score 170 plus. If you just think of the paper quickly, you can complete the bio paper because there is no syllabus as such. Very small syllabus. But then I told you that from basis of classification, many questions can be given. So from every basis, for example, which is a eucoelomate, one question, pseudocoelomate. I'm just thinking. Honestly, I have not made the paper. Honestly speaking. I'm just thinking that these type of, which one is having a cellular grade of organization. Next question is, now if we have to make one question, we can make like match the column type to include all. But when we have to make many questions from a small portion, then these types. So I think just read very properly, right? For example, now yesterday one student, very good student, has made a mistake. Question was, which is the most abundant cell in the blood? Options are neutrophils, basophils, one was monocytes and erythrocytes. Neutrophils, basophils, monocytes, erythrocytes. Which is the most abundant cell in the blood? Question. You understand? So, Shruti, wrong answer, bacha. Erythrocyte. Teju Kavya, you are right. Sharanya, wrong. Durga Prasad, wrong. Mahesh Chaudhary, wrong. Okay, and Sarup, wrong, bacha. Erythrocytes. You understand? Like, it look like, when you read the question, it look like that neutrophils generally asked most abundant WBC. Right. But the question, so in that case, you also know that you know about erythrocytes, they are the most abundant. You also know that among the WBC, neutrophils are most abundant. But why the student lost 5 marks? because the student could not read it very properly. So make sure that the teacher has kept a couple of traps here and there, right? And so I think, yes, NCERT, obviously, paper is not from any other place, only from NCERT. We are making a paper equivalent to the NEET paper. As NEET is from NCERT, how come we can give from outside NCERT? Can you tell me which phylum we have done in the last class? Which phylum completed in the last class? Today I'm thinking of doing at least 3-4 phylum, so that we can, in one go, we can revise all the non-chordates. I'm thinking of doing the same. I'm thinking of revising all the non-chordates together. 1 or 2 phylum, you guys are smart in that. You have done that. It is not the first year class where each and every phylum has to be explained. Bacho, tell me, which one? We have done up to Annelida, phylum Annelida. Okay, very good. My question is, name any dioecious annelid. Dioecious annelid, come on. 5 question I will ask you. Name any dioecious annelid. Nereis, very good. Nereis is a dioecious annelid. Very good. Nereis is a dioecious annelid. Very good. Now statement that setae are jointed appendages made up of chitin. Setae are chitinous and jointed appendages. What is this? It is? Yes, Nereis is correct. The previous question answer is Nereis. I do agree. Very good. So many people have answered the dioecious. Very good, correct answer. And it is yes, it is not jointed. It is not jointed. Very good. It is not jointed. The statement was wrong because it is not jointed. Clear? Name the excretory waste in earthworm. Name the excretory waste in earthworm. Yes, Divya, you are right. It is not jointed. Shruti answered correct. No, that previous was a wrong statement. Now I have changed. And one more question. In earthworm, the excretory waste is urea. The chief excretory waste is urea, and they are ureotalic. Ureotalic. So I think Vijay, you have written correctly why you deleted your worm casting. I just asked excretory waste. Okay, so that is urea. You have to tell me the nitrogenous excretory waste. Okay, very good. And the last question. Last question. Now, in case of, in most of the annelids, fertilization. Come on, fertilization is external or internal. In most of the annelids, fertilization is external or internal. It is external. It is external. Fertilization is external. External. Very good. In most of the annelids, fertilization is external because we said now PPAA and this A for Escalminthis and another A for Arthropoda. So obviously, annelids, they have, I am not saying that they don't have internal, but very few examples. Most of them have external. If you have to choose one, choose external. After Annelida, let us talk about the Arthropoda. Arthro. And lastly, one more thing. And from which phylum we start seeing the nerve cells? Nerve cells are present first time in which phylum? Now you know the answer and be very careful in answering. Nerve cells are present for the very first time in which phylum? No one has answered so far correctly. No one has answered. First time correct answer, Madhusudan Prasad. It is Nidaria. Very good. Coelenterata Nirmala Gunta. First time correct answer. Dekho beta, you also know this question. You know this question. Annelida, I didn't say it looked like, no, because we are doing the next phylum, so it looked like that I am asking about the Annelida. So that is the reason I want to complete so many phylum today, so that I can revise all the non-chordates together by asking you so many questions. I hope everyone has opened your NCERT books. Everyone has opened your NCERT books and keep a pen, pencil in your hand. And if many of you have done so many lines in the NCERT book, so with the NCERT books, keep a rough paper also, or if you have a dedicated zoology or biology notebook, that is obviously fine. Okay. Now, correct answer is phylum Cnidaria. In phylum Cnidaria, first time nerve cells. The only one phylum without nerve cell is Porifera. The only phylum without nerve cell is Porifera. From Cnidaria, first time nerve cells arise. Okay, done. Question. Name the phylum in which first time nervous system evolved. Nervous system evolved first time in which phylum? Now, when something is evolved, it is not a very advanced type. It is a very, very basic type. Name the phylum in which nervous system evolved. Yes, bache? No answer correct, no answer. So far, no one has answered correctly. If you can see each other, no one has answered correctly. Nervous system, no one has answered correctly. Organ system, grade of organization. Think of not platyhelminth इसमें नहीं है बेटा, उसमें organ system नहीं होता ना, organ system नहीं है उसमें, तो platyhelminths cannot be because yes, Nivedita, Aschelminthis. I'll just show you Aschelminthis for the very first time. Okay. So they have a nervous system, very basic type of nervous system, although, but they do have a nervous system. Okay. So do you see some animal kingdom? Yes, this is animal kingdom, 5.19 MB, and here goes. So first time nervous system, I can remember it is given in Aschelminthis, and we have to take out these type of questions because they have not given in that way. Okay, it is not written only for the the competitive examination. Okay, so you can see here fertilization is internal, and before that an excretory tube remove body waste from the body cavity through the excretory pore. Sexes are separate. Males and females are distinct. Often females are longer than males. Fertilization is internal and development may be direct. The young ones resemble the adult or indirect. Okay, well, it is not given here as such. It is not given here. But if you remember that in case of the Ascaris, they have a very basic type of nervous system in the form of the nerve rings. Okay, so they have got a nerve ring and nerve cord. Now here it is mentioned in Annelida, they have somewhat mentioned Annelida neural system consists of paired ganglia. Now they have mentioned here that in each segment one pair ganglia, and all those ganglia are connected by double ventral and solid nerve cord. All those are connected by double ventral and solid nerve cord. Okay, but the first time when we say the nervous system first time came, so in the organ system evolved for the very first time in Aschelminthis. So we can say that, and their nervous system has evolved. Okay, bacho? Now, similarly, question: which of the following phylum has nerve cells but no nervous system? Which of the following phylum has nerve cells but no nervous system? Nerve cell but no nervous system. Right. So nerve cells are present in Cnidaria, and generally the question in the answer Cnidaria as people are answering, yes, they have these nerve cells, they form a nerve network of nerves, nerve net, and they don't have a nervous system. Okay, bacho? Phylum Annelida, we have done the last time, phylum Annelida, and they have got a somewhat advanced type of nervous system. If you can remember, when you have done the earthworm in the very first year, those who are from the state board, Telugu Academy board, they have done it in a very nice way, including diagrams. And those who are from CBSE, at least you have done that. They have got oblique nerve cords in the third segment, paired big ganglia form the cerebral ganglia. In the fifth segment, ventrally, there is a pair ganglia. Okay, they both fuse together like that, so they form a nerve ring and a double ventral solid nerve cord. Okay, bacho? Okay, bachcho, phylum Arthropoda, the largest phylum of animal kingdom, and among the Arthropoda, the largest class of Arthropoda is Insecta. Largest is Insecta. Okay, they say that 2/3 of all named species on Earth are arthropods. They say over 2/3 of all named species on Earth are arthropod. But then bache, you have to answer this according to IUCN 2004, which says that, now you know that Robert May has said total species are 1.5 million, and out of them 70% are insecta. 70% are insecta. Okay, might be possible that when you are doing that chapter, these guys don't know the difference between insecta and other arthropoda, because insecta is the largest class. The thing that insecta and arthropoda, you can use the word, right? So 1.5 million species known today, about 2/3 of them are insecta. Sorry, about 70% of them are, sorry, क्या कर दिया मैंने? Sorry, बच्चों. 70% are animals. 70% of them are animals, you remember? And among the animals, 70% are insects. 70% are insects. Among the animals, 70% are insects. Okay. I think if they make a question on this, they will be making it from that chapter where it is given that 70% of all the named species are of animals, and 70% of all the animals are insect. I hope you can recall that, okay? And if not, then this is a work of the notebook that you are keeping here. You can note down IUCN 2004, okay? And then whenever you see this line again, at that time you will revise answer said about that, okay? Biodiversity, very good. Red data book, very good. Biodiversity, very good, okay? So I hope you understand that 1.5 million are the total number of named species, and this is, according to 2004. These are not the all the organisms. Still, we have to find out many more. 7 million are approximately present on this earth, and 1.5 million are known till IUCN 2004. They have organ system level of organization. They are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, segmented, and coelomate animals. Okay, so be careful that AAC, when we make it AAC, they are segmented and coelomate animals. The body of arthropod is covered, yes, a very important point. They have got a chitinous exoskeleton. The whole body, there is a chitinous exoskeleton. In some of them, it is really very hard also. Carapace, really very tough, really very tough. You can see that, they can see how serrated it is, okay? So, chitinous exoskeleton. The body consists of head, thorax, and abdomen. The main segments are HTA, head, thorax, and abdomen. They have jointed appendages. Arthros means joints and poda means appendages, right? They have paired jointed appendages, respiratory or respiratory organs. Now they have different type of respiratory organs. For example, the respiratory organ for these two guys that you see here, these two guys, the respiratory organ are the trachea. The respiratory organ are trachea. For this one, the respiratory organ is, yes, come on, book gills. For this one, the respiratory organ is book gills. For this one, prawn, the respiratory organ are gills. Okay, gills. Respiratory organs are gills. In scorpion, spiders, book gills. And here you can make that along with the book gills, there are book lungs also. And you can just note down that book lungs are present in limulus, king crab. Limulus king crab, okay? Because so many times this line comes, teacher can give this question. I told you that day also, beta dekho ye jo bold wale hote hain na, these are the most common questions that can come in the examination, okay? Right. Circulatory system is of open type, sensory organs like antennae. Now, circulatory system has been evolved. Name the phylum where circulatory system evolved for the very first time. Come on. A dedicated circulatory system, and please, bacho, please, since morning answers are not coming that great, that correct. I want a correct answer. Please, bacho, please. I don't know why my energy, went down little bit. Might be. So we both help each other to increase the energy. Name the phylum in which the circulatory system evolved for the very first time, and all correct, all correct. Very good. Annelida, phylum Annelida. And do you know that which type it is in Annelida? Is it open type, closed type? Most of the Annelida, is it open type, closed type, open type or closed type? In most of the Annelida, it is a closed type. It is a closed type of, yes, 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 yes. It is closed type. Closed type. Okay. Now, name the phylum, पूछ लेते हैं, because most of them have. Name the phylum in which blood is red, but the blood does not contain RBCs. Name the phylum in which the animals, actually, not all. Name the animal. Name the animal in which the blood is red, but the RBCs are absent. Come on. Name the phylum in which the blood is easy, easy one, easy one. You can easily relate now. Name the phylum in which the animal, name the animal in which the blood is red, but RBCs are absent. Blood is red. First time correct answer has been given by, Sharanya. Sharanya, very good. Earthworm, very good. In earthworm, Madhusudan, correct. Sahiti, very good. Very good, Sahiti, correct. Blood is red, but RBCs are absent. Beta, cockroach ka blood is colorless. Frog blood is red, but RBCs are present. Nucleated RBCs are present. And people are writing different answers also, right? They are answering, I think, prawn or something, right? So yes, it is in earthworm, the blood is red, but RBCs are absent. Why it is red? Because they have hemoglobin. Where is the hemoglobin? It is dissolved in plasma. Can hemoglobin dissolve in plasma? Yes. If God wants, he can do anything. Hemoglobin is dissolved in plasma. In which animal? Fretima. Okay, bacho. Very good. Respiratory organs are, so, they have got different type of respiratory organs. Circulatory system is of open type. Okay. Sensory organs like antennae, eyes, compound and simple eyes. Statocysts, okay. The statocysts, they are balancing organs. Statocysts are balancing organs are present. Excretion takes place through Malpighian tubules. Excretory organs are also different type. Not only Malpighian tubules. Malpighian tubules are present only in the insecta. Excretory organs of insecta are Malpighian tubules here. Excretory organs are Malpighian tubules in the diagram itself. If you can note down, then it won't be a problem for you. So these two guys, here you can write down the excretory. Come on. Excretion, excretory organs. Excretory organs we are writing. I think EO कर देता हूँ. Excretory organs in दोनों में, ठीक है? And this is Malpighian tubules. Malpighian tubules. Excretory organ here is coxal gland. I'm not really sure about. I think coxal glands only, yeah. Because coxal glands are there in the spiders, buju, but the scorpion, okay. I'll confirm with this, and this one, the excretory organs, EO, excretory organs in this one, yes, antennal glands or green glands So beta देखो, so what you have to answer, you will be saying कि sir ये तो यहाँ पर it is given as Malpighian tubules. then what you have to answer, okay? Now see the question, it all depends on the question. If in the question different type of excretory organs are there, and one of them is Malpighian tubule, of course you can answer Malpighian tubules. But if a question comes where these organs are written, for example, in which phylum excretory organs can be Malpighian to, sorry, not like that. In arthropoda, excretory organs can be coxal glands, gills, Malpighian tubules, coxal glands, green glands, and for all of these. So in this question, the answer should be all of these. You understand? Why? Because now you may say that, sir, it is against NCERT. No, beta, it is not against NCERT, because in the chapter of excretory waste and their elimination, they have mentioned about the coxal gland, green gland, Malpighian tubules. They have mentioned about these. So we cannot say that this is out of NCERT. How come you can take a wrong answer and expect that the NTA can do it correctly? That is the reason they will avoid. They will not give any other. They will give some different like kidney or something else. And one of them is Malpighian tubules, okay? So don't worry about that. They are mostly dioecious. Fertilization is usually internal. They are mostly oviparous. Development may be direct or indirect. Oviparous means that they lay eggs, okay, and egg hatch and the larva comes out. Egg hatch and the larva comes out. In some cases, larva does not come out. For example, in case of direct, larva does not come out, directly a newborn, a very small newborn come out, and a very small newborn, we can call it as a nymph. So we can call it as nymph. A very small newborn is a nymph. How a nymph and larva differ? A larva doesn't look like the adult, neither in morphology nor in physiology, but nymph is mostly like adult. Now, here you have to learn the examples, so many examples here, and some of them already you know about them. For example, the economically important insect, honeybee. Honeybee, you know about honeybee. Silkworm, Bombyx mori. Silkworm, something you have to revise. Silkworm is Bombyx, and lac insect is Laxifer. Laxifer lacca. It is the lac insect. Lac is used in industries, and also in lac is used in ornaments, making ornaments. It is used as a filler agent, and different role of lac. Vectors, Anopheles, Culex, and Aedes, mosquitoes. But then other than mosquitoes, other flies are also vectors, like sand fly. Like sand fly can be vector. CC fly, CC. CC fly can also be vector. You know them. Sand fly, CC fly, they can also be vector, okay? Then gregarious pest. Pest means those who destroy your crop. Who is a pest? The one who destroy our crop, food, okay? And gregarious, those who move in a large group, okay? Locusta, also commonly called locust. And Limulus, common name is king crab. It is a living fossil. So this is an important question, Bombyx mori, important question, expected question. Those who are listening, I think they will get +4 marks here when they answer in your main NEET examination. Second chance of lac insect can also be used. Culex, Aedes, mosquitoes. Aedes can be used in different form. In the chapter of health and disease, Aedes mosquito, they can ask what are the disease being transmitted by Aedes, or which are transmitted by Aedes. Answer is dengue chikungunya. Dengue chikungunya by Aedes. Dengue chikungunya by Aedes. Okay. So DAC, or you can ACD, Aedes, dengue, chikungunya, Aedes, chikungunya, dengue. ACD, Aedes, chikungunya, and dengue. Please remember, or any other way, whether you make ACD or DAC. Culex, okay, Culex is Wuchereria. Wuchereria bancrofti, and Anopheles for Plasmodium. Gregarious pest is Locusta 2018 or 2017. A question has come on 2017, 2018, a question came on gregarious pest. Okay, 2018, 17. Living fossil, Limulus king crab. Living fossil is Limulus king crab. What is the excretory organ, or what is a respiratory organ? I am asking respiratory organ of Limulus. Respiratory organ of Limulus, guys. Can you tell me? Respiratory organ of Limulus. Yes, it is book lungs. Very good. Book lungs. Very good, bachcho. Book lungs. Book lungs. Hey. I am also saying very good. Sorry. Listen, beta. Crab. Aquatic. How come aquatic can have lungs? Crab. Book lungs are in scorpion, spider. So they have book lungs, terrestrial. This is book gills. Beta, please remember, this is book gills. Okay. Phylum Mollusca, second largest phylum of animal kingdom. Mollusca, terrestrial or aquatic, marine or freshwater, having an organ system. These are basic points. Bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, and coelomate. Now, some adult mollusks become asymmetric also. We have an idea about that, okay? And they are coelomate animals. Body is covered by a calcareous shell. Now, here the exoskeleton has differed. In the case of arthropoda, the exoskeleton was made up of chitin. You know that chitin is a carbohydrate, protein, or is it lipid? What is chitin, beta? Chitin ekra? No, ekra. What is NT? Chitin NT. Chitin is a carbohydrate. Is it a protein or is it a lipid, a type of a modified lipid? Yes, you are right. Sudhakar Madhusudan Prasad, your answer is correct. It is carbohydrate. People are still answering about the book gills. Akash, very good. Book gills. Shruti, sir, you said that book lungs or king crab. No, beta. I said book lungs for that one, scorpion. I said for scorpion, okay? Anyone else can confirm, beta? It might be slip of tongue. Anyone else can confirm while I was saying about the excretory organ in case of scorpion and did I say Mahesh Chaudhary is saying no, sir, you told that book gills for crab. Okay, beta? Okay. So book gills, yes. Book lungs are for scorpion. Okay, done. Now yes, beta. Another thing I am asking you is the latest question. Yes, chitin. Chitin is a carbohydrate. Please remember, chitin is a carbohydrate. It is a modified polysaccharide. Chitin is a carbohydrate. Okay, chitin. And here it is calcareous. Here it is calcium carbonate. Exoskeleton made up of calcium carbonate, CaCO3. Okay, very good. And is unsegmented. You know that AAC, Annelida arthropoda, and chordata are segmented. Remaining phylum are unsegmented with a distinct head, muscular foot, and visceral hump. A soft and spongy layer of skin form a mantle over the visceral hump. The space between the hump and the mantle is called mantle cavity, in which feather-like gills are present. So they have given here the respiratory organ. They have got feather-like gills. They have respiratory and excretory function, and they also help in excretion because that become the interface of diffusion of ammonia. The anterior head region has sensory tentacles. The mouth contains a file-like rasping organ for feeding called radula, right? Okay, so we'll discuss about all this. We'll discuss about all this. Two options, either I can draw it on the diagram. Okay, it may take time. So if it is connected to the internet, I'll show you directly on the internet. I'll show you. So I'll write here phylum mollusca, mollusca, mollusca. Okay, I can show the diagram what they are talking about. Yes, image. This is there, but it is too complex. If I can get a simple one, okay, simple one, okay. Okay, I can write here snail octopus diagram, okay, that here. In this diagram, they have shown it, okay. Okay. You can see the diagram here, bacho, everyone. Please focus on the diagram. So, it is easy. I'll explain this diagram to everyone. They have got a shell here. There is a shell of calcium carbonate. Shell of calcium carbonate. Underneath the calcium carbonate, they have a soft and spongy skin. Soft and spongy skin, the green color, and that is known as mantle. Mantle is actually the skin. Mantle is the soft and spongy skin. Mantle, okay? And mantle secretes the shell. Mantle has glands that secrete the shell. Also, now again, what you can see here is this. Let's make it here. Now, they have got three body parts: head, visceral hump, and muscular foot. Okay, so they have got a head, they have got a visceral hump. Now, this structure is called visceral hump. Hump because it is projected dorsally. Hump means something which is projected dorsally. So this is called hump. And the body viscera is present here, visceral hump. And this is the muscular foot. This is muscular foot, this one. From here, muscular foot. And muscular foot help in locomotion. Muscular foot help in locomotion. And they say that there is a mantle cavity. So where is the mantle cavity? Between the mantle and visceral hump. Now, Chudu, very, very important. People have, difficulty, confusion about the mantle cavity. See, in this animal, mantle cavity is anterior. In some of them, it is posterior here also. See, mantle cavity. Where is the mantle? This is the mantle, okay? Mantle. And this is the visceral hump, mantle here, visceral hump here. In between that, there is a mantle cavity. So this cavity is called the mantle cavity. Inside that, they have got gills. And you can say that these are the feather-like gills. You can see again, they look like feathers. Feather-like gills. They help in both. As gills, they are respiratory, but they also help in removal of the ammonia, which is their nitrogenous waste. Now, this is their alimentary canal, and this is the mouth. In the mouth, the tongue. The tongue is a toothed tongue. The tongue is toothed. We have a normal tongue, okay? But their tongue is toothed, okay? Like that. Toothed. The tongue is toothed, and this tongue, it is actually not a tongue, but I am saying that looking like a tongue, and toothed, and this is known as radula. Radula, very, very important, radula, and this help in feeding. Okay, radula help in excretion, digestion, feeding, and locomotion. Radula help in excretion, digestion, feeding, and locomotion. Come on. Excretion, digestion, feeding, locomotion. Answer is? Come on. Raj, energy down हो रही है बच्चों की हमारे. Yes, it is feeding. See, suppose we all know that we can lick by the tongue, right? We know that these animals, those who can lick like dog, cat, they can lick. If something is lying on the floor also, the house cat or the dog, they can lick the milk or something, right? They can lick. Now just imagine that that milk is not in the liquid form. It has become dried up. It has become dried up. So you need something to scratch it, and then you can take it. You understand? You need something to scratch it. Scratch, crunch, scratch it. And this help, the radula help in that scratching. So the food is not in the liquid form that can be easily taken inside. It is form of a dried, and it is not that easy to, it cannot flow inside the mouth. So they scratch it with the help of radula. I hope you have seen here, you have seen three parts of the body: head, then visceral hump. Hump means dorsal projection is called hump. Huh? Hump, yes. Buffalo has hump. Buffalo has hump, and camel has a hump. Cow has hump. So the dorsal projection is called hump. In this projection, entire visceral organs are there. We can call it as visceral hump. Okay, so they have got head, they have got visceral hump, and muscular foot. So three parts of the body: head, visceral hump, muscular foot. This is one question. Another question is, there is a mental cavity. And where is the mental cavity? It is present between mental and visceral hump. I have shown that on one side is mental and one side is visceral hump. On one side is mental and one side is visceral hump. So this cavity is known as the mental cavity. This cavity is called mental cavity. And inside the mental cavity, you have seen the feather-like gills. And gills help in both exchange of gases as well as removal of waste, because they are ammoniotelic, and ammonia can easily diffuse out. Ammonia can easily diffuse out through here because all here is water, right? So it can remove, and therefore it can help in both excretion as well as in respiration. Okay, now head head has got sensory tentacles. You can see that these are the sense organs. Sensory tentacles are there. These are tentacles, sensory tentacles. These are sensory sensory tools. Okay. Okay, so at the airport, the security people, they have a sensory tool they use, and they use different type of tool. We think that they only use one, what do you call that, metal, detector. So along with metal detector, now they use different type of tool. For example, whenever I get this thing, so I sometimes wear a sling. Sometimes if the hand is too much of paining, I wear a sling. And then what do? They behave very patiently, but they say that we have to do physical examination. Now, physical examination means wherein they can keep that tool, and they will just touch your body, no problem. Okay? Fine. After that, they take out another tool, right, and they put it inside the sling. Right. I have seen that recently they are also using something which it's a small strip. They just touch over the anywhere, maybe on the shirt or anywhere, that can sense the presence of certain drugs or sometimes any explosive also. Because if a person is carrying explosive, some tiny particles, invisible, can be there, and that's small. So those are different type of sensory tools. Right. Here also you can see sensory tools, different type, and these are called tentacles. So just the story of airport, and here this story of these mollusca. It is a general design of a mollusca. Somewhat modifications can be possible. As you can see that there is no segmentation, so it is unsegmented. There is no segmentation. It is unsegmented, beta. And one more thing, they are coelomate. Don't forget that they are coelomate. They have a coelom. They are coelomate, but they are unsegmented. They are unsegmented. I hope. And lastly, radula. The tongue is, toothed, and with the help of the toothed tongue, they can scratch the food. which cannot be licked easily, they scratch it. Hope this is enough. And yes, if you can come again to the NCRT, then everything become again visualized. You can visualize everything. You can see here, body is covered by a calcareous shell and is unsegmented. Okay, so one point that we have seen here with a distinct. So what you can make out distinct, there is a head, muscular foot, and visceral hump. So three distinct part of the body: head part, we have seen head part, muscular foot, and visceral hump. A soft and spongy layer of skin forms a mantle actually. So jahan pe where skin is expected, there it is a skin only. Mantle actually means skin over the visceral hump, okay? The hump, the space between the hump and the mantle is called mantle cavity. We have seen the mantle cavity in the diagram in which feather-like gills are present. They have respiratory and excretory function. Now, this is a question that can be asked, 100% question. For internal examination, practice examination, they will ask this question, that the feather-like gills also help in removal of waste. And which waste? It is ammonia, because ammonia does not require any specialized organ for excretion. The anterior head region has sensory tentacles. Here the story of the security people at airport tool. So tentacles are just like sensory tool. The mouth contains a file-like rasping organ, and that is called radula. But I hope you can remember this much, okay? It's very easy, like nothing to be confused here. And they are usually dioecious and oviparous with indirect development. Development is indirect here, okay? And external fertilization. Fertilization external and indirect development. Well, that's not a big thing to be asked in the examination. Then examination, they may ask you apple snail, which is pila, pearl oyster, pink tada. There are different type of pearl oyster. But in India, the pink tada is used in India. Pink tada, pearl oyster, sepia, cuttlefish, loligo, squid, octopus, devilfish, aplysia, sea hare, dentalium, tusk shell, and Chetoplura is chiton. Chetoplura, chiton, dentalium, tusk shell, aplysia, sea hare. Okay, octopus, loligo, sepia, pink tada, and pila. So these examples are important, and you have to revise them 21 times. So 21 times you have to revise them, right? Now, if you do something in this way, Hatha Yoga, this is a Hatha Yoga. That means something become imprinted on your mind. Hatha Yoga, I have done several things which I'm not understanding 2-3 times also. And I asked someone and also the teacher. And when I did not understand that, okay, what I do, I sit at home, face the wall, just nothing, and the book, and read it 21 times. Make a rule of, and when I read it 21 times, most of the things I still remember them. Most of the things I still remember. And after some time, when you are recalling, you started understanding the philosophy, the functions and all connections. Your mind can start developing. So anything that you do it in a Hatha Yoga, it will always help you. Please remember them. The class is going to continue till beta 8:40. Till 8:40. Okay? Make pakka 8:35. Okay? ठीक है? Actually, class timing is up to 8:45. Like 7:10 to 8:40. 7:10 to 8:40. That's the class timing. Two times it happened that the printing was 7 o'clock. But just give me a time, official phone. हाँ हाँ बोलिए. हाँ हेलो email you. हाँ email Email. Final. It is final.
Okay, sir.
You can send it. It's final paper.
Already sent, sir. Morning, early morning.
Okay. 7:15 class are here na college. Okay. Okay.
Go for printing, no problem, sir.
You can send it for printing. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay. 5 o'clock मैं क्या करूँगा? Pile up. So these examples, please learn. People start confusing in these examples. Okay. Now echinodermata. This is interesting, and some examples are also important here, and something that can be asked. First of all, what is given in the bold letter? Water vascular system is given in the bold letter. So this is the most common question that you can expect in echinodermata, the water vascular system. Okay, it is different from the canal system. Canal system is present in sponges, but they have got a vascular system. These animals have an endoskeleton of calcareous ossicles. Calcareous ossicles. I will give you whatever you want right now. If you can just tell me dermal ossicles are ectodermal, mesodermal, endodermal. Ecto, meso, endo. Ecto, meso, endo. Yes, Durga, water vascular system is an important feature. And my question is, these dermal ossicles that you are seeing here, spiny skinned, and are these ectodermal, mesodermal, endodermal? Ecto, meso, endo. Ecto, meso, endo. Can I tell you the answer? So far, all of you are wrong. So far, all common sense. If it is so easy, I would not have asked and said that I will give you something. So Madhusudan Prasad has given the correct answer for the first time. Okay, and yes, what is the answer? They are mesodermal. Yes, they are mesodermal. Calcareous ossicles. They are ossicles, beta. Ossicles. Okay, bones. Chinna bones, ossicles, and bone is a connective tissue. It is mesodermal, and hence the name echinodermata, spiny bodied. All are marine with organ system level of organization. Now this is again exclusively marine. Just tell me the answer. Before that, before means in the non-chordata, which other phylum is exclusively marine? Please, this time all of you can share, write the correct answer, please. Before this, which other phylum is exclusively marine? Nudaria, what is happening? Nivedita. Yes, Surya, all are correct, which are saying Tinophora. Now people are giving the correct answer. Teju, the Warrior 9, Maruti. Sorry bro, gaming YT. Hashtag sorry bro, gaming YT. बेटा ऐसे मत रखो ना. Just wait for some more days. After that, you can have your own. Right now, you are not a like ordinary person. You are a warrior. You are fighting with the competition, right? You are a sadhaka. So these things only you should do, but after some time. Okay? So your name, visible name, also should be like that, which is of a selected candidate, which is of an aspirant, a serious aspirant, the one who mean business. And the correct answer is Stenophora. I do agree. Yes. So exclusively marine phylum, two phylum before that one phylum, Ctenophora echinodermata. The name echinodermata means spiny bodied. All are marine with organ system level of organization. The adult echinoderms are radially symmetrical, but larvae are bilaterally symmetrical. Now this is For first class, I said so many times, adult symmetry. Adult symmetry is called secondary symmetry and primary symmetry. So primary is bilateral and secondary is radial symmetry. Okay. Digestive, they are triploblastic and coelomate animals. I have coelomate, yes, it is very much reduced, but coelom is there. Digestive system is complete with mouth on the lower ventral side and anus on the upper dorsal side. Now, if this animal is lying down, this usually live at the bottom of the ocean. Bottom, it is a benthic. It is benthic. It is benthic. Benthic. B for benthic. Before that live in bottom of the water body. In the bottom of the water body, this is lying. Okay, so we can just talk to this side. Hello, we can say hello. Because this is a tride that is, like visible upside. Hello. We think that here is the mouth. Nah. This is anus. Mouth is down. So this is something secret. See, dorsal anus. Here also dorsal anus and ventral mouth. Something which even the NCERT has find it interesting to mention. And digestive system complete hai with mouth on the lower and anus on the upper side. The most distinctive feature of echinoderm is the presence of water vascular system, #water vascular system, which help in locomotion, capture and transport of food and respiration. So yes, it also help in locomotion, water vascular system. Remember, bachcho, sponges are fixed animal. So in sponges, canal system is helping in other three things. As per the NCERT, the three things given for sponges should be mentioned. In your mind, I will ask you, right? Sponges, canal system, 1, 2, 3. And now talking about this echinodermata. They have got a water vascular system, vascular vessel tube wala, water vascular system. And here some functions are given. Please remind what are the functions. Remind matlab पुराना वाला पहले बताइए the functions of canal system in sponges. Let me see who write for the very first time the function of canal system. Yes, water transport system. हाँ बेटा कह सकते हो, but exchange of gases, excretion, yes, removal of waste and food capture. Very good. Food capture. Yes, you can take that. Okay, now here there are there is a transport system. Tubes are there, radial canals, circular ring canals, radial canals. They have got tubes, okay, these canals, and then they have got further tubes are there. And what happens that they can maintain, they are very, very advanced and special. They can maintain from where they can, like what happens that water enter from one side and exit from other side. For example, like there is an entry of water point here, and now the water enters into the ring canal, and then from the ring canal the water can come to this radial canal, and at the bottom of radial canal there are hundreds of such tubes are there. Okay, so for example, a tube, how the tube looks like, the tube is somewhat like this. This is a tube, right? You understand? This is a tube, and this is this canal and tube. Like that, hundreds of tubes are there. Okay, now what happens that they can maintain, because water, when it is entering, water move in all these tubes, circulate in all these tubes, and then come out from here. Again, enter into the madreporite. Madreporite means it is a entry of water, and all these tubes are the exit of water. One entry and thousands of exit. One entry and many exit. This is the water vascular system. Now, bachcho, now what happens that when the pressure of water is generated, with that it start moving. So if the water is coming out, it start coming this side. If it is lying in the bottom, it start going up. If it is lying in the bottom, okay, and the pressure is created, it start ascending up. Now it has to turn this side. So what it can do, what it is like starfish, what it can do, it has to turn this side. So it will just decrease the pressure from this side and increase the pressure from this side, and it turns, right? So even the direction can be maintained. Therefore, they act like feet. These are called tube feet. Tube feet. So locomotion is also one of the feature, one of the function of this vascular system. You know that aircraft, how it turns, it has got different ways, like flaps, it can also use the flap. But the turning and direction, it can use the engines, the power of the engines, it can just decrease and increase the power of the engines little bit, and then the direction can be changed and it can just turn. So just like that, very advanced, it can use these as feet, and these are known as the tube feet. These are called the tube feet. So you can say it help in locomotion. Chudu beta, it help in locomotion. In case of canal system, no locomotion, and to remember also because they are fixed. Obviously, no locomotion. Capture and transport of food. Capture of food and transport of food. In case of canal system, the word transport was not used, just capture of food. And it also help in respiration and also help in excretion. Respiration and excretion. It helps in respiration and excretion. A very distinct feature they have is that they don't have a dedicated excretory system. So they don't have any Malpighian tubule or any other tubule system. They don't have any other thing like antennal gland, green gland, white, nothing. They don't have a system. Even the work of excretion is being done. I think it has just forgotten to write. They have just forgotten to write here. It also helps in removal of waste, excretion. The excretory waste is their ammonia. Right? An excretory system is absent. This is another point which they can ask in the question. They can say that this is present, but this is not present like that. So please remember this. Sexes are separate. Reproduction is sexual. Fertilization is usually external. Development is indirect with free swimming larvae. Examples: Asterias, ester means star, starfish, Echinus. Echinus is sea urchin. Echinus, Antedon is sea lily. Now this is something a little confusing because some books write Antedon as a different thing, okay? So right now you can just remember Antedon, sea lily. Cucumeria, very easy. It is, sea cucumber. And Ophiura. Ophiura is brittle star. This is Ophiura, and this is also called serpent star. It is also called serpent star. When it is moving, these look like serpents. They look like serpents. What happens that this starfish, it can one of the arm can be broken. Right? The one of the arm can be broken so as to just confuse their predator, and meanwhile they can escape. They can just confuse, it is moving, they can confuse the predator, they can escape. So they can use this arm. This guy, because you can see the arms are so thin, so it is very, very easy for it to break the arm. Therefore, it is called brittle star. Brittle matlab something which can break very easily. Brittle star, also called serpent star. Bacho, please remember up to mollusca, up to echinodermata. I thought of completing till mollusca, but we have done up to echinodermata, only hemichordata, just for 10 minutes, and then we will revise the entire non-chordata in one go. And then I have so many questions in the mind wherein I can relate these and I can ask you. And I will give you guarantee that for example, the next 20 questions, I will only ask from NCRT, and let's see who will win this 2020. Like that games we can play here 2020. Okay, bacho? and one of you can keep a score also. I will keep a score, don't worry. All the best, bachcho. God bless you. And we are meeting on the next one. And today's test ke liye, all the very best. Bye bye. देखो यार, मैंने तो बोला था ना 35-40 तक खत्म कर दूंगा. ठीक है बच्चों, all the very best. God bless you. Don't worry, sometime it happens. Answers, it is not the day, or sometime all the answers are correct. Don't worry about that.